Hi, I'm Jennifer Cox. I'm a documentary DP in New York City. The first time I was able to use the Nano Primes was on a documentary about the longest running ever Beatles Fan Fest. And that happened at the TWA Hotel, which used to be, of course, the TWA terminal at JFK. And it was also the place where the Beatles made their first entree into the States on their way to the Ed Sullivan Show. So that space had all kinds of significance. And for me, having studied architecture, it was just so sumptuous to be able to feature those faces in those spaces. And I stayed on the 18, I think, much longer than I normally hang out on a wide lens. I found that lens just pretty extraordinary, as well as the minimum focus. It was a perfect testing ground for those lenses because every lighting situation was in that hotel, from a very dark ballroom to those vast open spaces of the central terminal flooded with daylight. I was able to both shoot on the FX9 and to be able to throw the nanos onto my Ronin. They're light, and because they all have the same dimensions, I was able to swap them out and not have to take too much time to rebalance. The second project I worked on was for a nonprofit called Free Arts, and that was also an extraordinary experience because these kids come from all over the city, and I was able to capture a variety of skin tones in one frame. And I was also able to get very intimate and close with the kids as they were working on their projects. I find that I love the way that the lenses come into focus. I feel like the Nano Primes were almost designed for someone like me in mind because my work kind of runs the gamut from run and gun documentary to more composed sit-down interview and B-roll to finally the last shoot that I did, which was these two women, and I wanted almost like a still portraiture style look. It was direct address. I posted in black and white, and I wanted them to feel lit from within, if that makes sense. And I really also loved the way the lenses performed with those constraints. Being both a documentary DP as well as a producer, director, DP, editor on smaller projects, I am really happy that I can rely on these lenses in a variety of settings, no matter where I find myself. They're incredibly versatile, and they're also budget friendly, which is nice. I'm super happy with how the lenses performed in so many of my shoots, and I can't wait to continue to shoot with them.